Okay everybody, welcome back to the world's worst fishing. I'm Chris Jones, and today we're going to be doing another Popular Colors, and this is like the ultimate popular color. Everybody knows this color, made famous by, probably most famous by Strike King Crankbaits. We're going to do Sexy Shad. So there's quite a bit going on in Sexy Shad, although it looks like a relatively simple shad pattern, but you know, it requires at least 3 or 4 different colors, and so we're gonna feature it in the BLOODLINE swim bait because that mold allows me to get that line down the middle. And anyone who knows Sexy Shad, you have that kind of yellow chartreuse line down the center, and then you have kind of a blue-gray top, and then a you know, more of a cream pearl white bottom. So that's what the color challenge is today, and hopefully we can pull it off. I haven't made this before. I've never even tried to make it before because I don't have a triple injector, so there's kind of no point in me trying to do it with a dual injector. So anyway, here goes nothing. We're gonna do Sexy Shad, and thanks for tuning in. Shoot me a comment down below after the video. Let me know what you thought. And as always, thank you so much for watching. All right, so sexual shad, here we go. I've got to do like a light blue, kind of like a light blue top, and definitely that yellow chartreuse line, then sort of like a white bottom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the bloodlines from this cup right here because there's less plastisol in it. So I'm obviously going to take chartreuse, and we're just gonna load it up in there. And but it's not 100% chartreuse. It's also sometimes more yellow. So I'm just gonna thicken it up with some yellow color, and you know, that because it's not 100% just chartreuse. At least that I can tell. I've had a ton of red eye shads and 6XDs and Sexy Shad, and I probably actually have one right over there in my box that I could go look at, but that's cheating. We're just gonna go off of pictures, and you know, I want it to also look yellow, not just chartreuse. So that's what we're gonna start with, is a mix of those two, and those will be our bloodlines. Let me get my towel over here. All right, and then for the hard part, well, we'll start with the easier of the hard parts, the pearl white bottom. You guessed it, pearl white color. Here we go. So we're just going to. This is an eighth. This is a 1/4 of a teaspoon, and we're gonna really thicken it up. So we're basically gonna add 2 of those. Okay, so about 1/2 teaspoon worth, and then we're going to go ahead and mix up our powder. And yeah, it's really flying everywhere, isn't it? Jeez, try not to breathe that stuff in. All right, so we're gonna let that sit. I'll have to keep stirring. You know, because you really need to stir in your powders. But next, for the gray top side, you know, the painted crankbaits, it's really just the top that's blue, and then it kind of has like a gray fade bottom. However, I won't be able to get just the top blue, and then a gray laminate, and then the line, and then the bottom. That would be quite a challenge, which I like a challenge, but I don't see how I could do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend the two. So I'm gonna take some Dead On Plastics blue color because I really like this color, and it's a little lighter. It's not too thick, and it makes a really pretty effect. So we're not gonna go too much there, you know, maybe 10 or 11 drops. Let me clean this up here. I spilled a few drops. And then we're gonna blend some gray kind of silver pearl with it because there is a little, you know, it's a real shiny color, and so I think that pearl effects are needed. So we're gonna do just a smidge. That's what we call a smidge, or what I try to call a smidge of gray. So we're gonna mix that with the blue, and then we're gonna play it safe on this one, guys. You know, I'm probably not gonna mess with this again until it's heated up. So you know, because that way I'll know if I'm on the right track or not. You know, if I need to add more gray or if I need to add more blue. You know, because you can't take it back once you've added it. So we're gonna play it a little safe there. I'm confident that these two are gonna give me what I want, especially the white pearl. Doesn't get any better and more basic than that. But the top side is going to be the kicker. So we're gonna work on getting these cooked up, and then we'll kind of take a look at our colors and we'll troubleshoot some if we need to, and see what else we can do to make this look as authentic as possible to Sexy Shad. Okay, so I actually want more yellow in this, so we're going to thicken it up for one and yellow it up also. So that's what I want to do. So we're really going to put some in there. And where'd my okay, just have to get a new knife out. So anyway, we're gonna mix that in. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Oh yes, yes. It's definitely a little closer. It's definitely more on track. We're gonna add a little bit more yellow though, because I know that it is definitely not straight chartreuse. All right, looking a little more school busy there. I think we're gonna go with that. So we're gonna go ahead and do our bloodlines. Okay, so single injector for that. Shoot the bloodline mold, and there we go. We have 40 bloodlines, aka trout worms. Okay, there we go. Easy as that. And now we're going to cook up our other two colors, and those are going to go in for about 5.5 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and set the mold with the bloodlines and the eyes, and then we'll look at the other two colors and see if we need to make any changes. Okay, let's take a look at the bloodlines here. There we go. All right. I actually shot this mold cold. I didn't preheat or anything, so looks like a few of the bottom ones didn't turn out all the way, but that's okay. We've got plenty here, and that's looking nice. So we're definitely gonna go with those, and now we're gonna set the mold. All right, so just like the other bloodline video, we're gonna start with putting the lines in the little line slot there. Okay, just mash them in like so, and whoop, there we go. Looking good there. Just want to press them in, and once they're in, I've yet to have one fall out. I've had one single eye fall out of place, and I just didn't really use the spray adhesive. I had done it a couple shots earlier, and you know, you don't have to use the spray adhesive every time. In fact, I've done a few runs of this where I didn't use any, and it worked. So I think you just get lucky sometimes, unlucky other times, but the spray adhesive is definitely the way to make sure of that, and that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be doing that again. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up these bloodlines, and then we're gonna work on the eyes. Okay, so what I've decided to do is I'm doing the eyeballs now, and I'm gonna do one bait with red eyes, one bait with silver eyes, one bait with gold eyes. So I have to do them kind of opposite apart. So I have the red eyes set, and let's see, now we're gonna look at these silver eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna put that one in there like so, and we've got our spray adhesive in there. Okay, now I have to do this one over here. All right, looking good. Put my eyeballs back up. I definitely don't want those to get messed up. Okay, and now for the gold. So we're gonna do 3 different colors here and see which one we like the most at the end. So just figure that would be a fun way to show a little variety here, is to do some different eyeball schemes. So anyway, that's what we have. We're gonna put our hook slots back on, Definitely don't want to forget that. Okay. They just kind of slide into place. And we're ready. And I don't know, the Bloodline, I did a review video on this mold, and it became super popular. So thank you everyone for watching. But just in case you haven't seen that video, this Bloodline swim bait mold from Angling AI, it's the 5-inch. It takes 1/4 inch eyeballs. So you can get the ones from Lure Works, which are like soft eyeballs made for soft plastics, you know, or you can get your more traditional ones. They won't stay in place as good, I don't think, because if they're hard, they're not like as gummy. I haven't tried that though. You can always glue and do however you want to do. But these are the ones that are recommended for the bait, and they work just magnificently. So anyway, that's what you want to do for your eyeballs right there. And you know, because I've gotten a few questions about that, so that's it. Okay, so here are my two colors, and I like what I'm seeing. However, the blue is a little bit too gray, and it's almost a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna add some more actual blue color and see how that affects it, and hopefully that makes it a little more blue. Yep, definitely did. You know, but I also don't want it to be too dark either. I think we can get something really close, guys. But I definitely like the marriage between the silver pearl powder and then the dead on blue here. So I definitely think I'm gonna get something close. We'll see. That's looking mighty good. And I was looking at some more pictures of Sexy Shad, and there's a little bit of flake in it. It has like some tiny hologram or some tiny silver. So we're gonna add just a little bit of tiny silver just for authentic sake. And it's probably little hologram glitter, really, which I don't have. I have the small size, but not the like tiny size hologram. And it looks like it's in both sides. So we're just gonna add that in there just to give it a little bit of sparkle, and hopefully that will not ruin the whole dang thing. So we're gonna get that mixed in there. Yeah, looking good. And gonna get the pearl side mixed in. Okay, looking all right there. Beautiful. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop these back in the microwave and get them close in temperature, because this is effectively a laminate. And so, you know, I'm probably gonna put this one in for another 45 seconds, maybe this one in for another 20 seconds. That one's a little warmer. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get those back in the microwave, and then we're gonna look at them one more time and then see if we're ready to make some baits. All right, so I got the blue heated back up, and it's still a smidge too dark, so we're gonna live dangerously. We're gonna add just a couple little drops of white in it, and normally that lightens things up pretty quick. Yeah, yep, I can already see the lightness of it. See that? Beautiful. That is really close, just based on the pictures that I can get. You know, some pictures, the saturation is a little different, maybe the hue's different. You know, there's a lot of tricks with pictures nowadays, so you just take the best ones that you can do if you don't have a sample, and you go from there. All right, now let me get the pearl white out. Okay, we're looking good there. Now we're gonna check temperatures. Okay, so just make sure and get that kind of stirred up. 326, it's a little low. 320. All right, so they're actually pretty close in temperature, but I want them to be a little warmer. So we're gonna pop both of these back in, and then I think we'll be ready to actually do this. Okay, so we are about ready to go. We have them 1 degree difference, 363, 364. So we're actually gonna let them cool down just a little bit before shooting, because I don't want them quite that hot. So I'm gonna try to do this around the camera. So a good way to just alleviate a little bit of heat is just to kind of give it a little bit of a rotation kind of swirl there. You'll see it starts to smoke more, and that means that that's heat escaping. So you obviously don't want to slosh this really hard, because that would be really stupid. So we're just going to give it a little wiggle on each one, and that's just a quicker way to alleviate some heat. So, and just that right there will drop them 10 degrees or about there. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Top side on this one, bottom side on that one with this fold. You do it in line. So anyway, here goes nothing. Gonna draw up, and here we go. Hopefully this will be sexual shad. So we're gonna push down, hold some pressure. Definitely want to hold a little pressure on these. Okay. On to this one. Push down, hold some pressure. All right. Fill that up a little bit. Now we're gonna go to the middle one. Get out of there. Get out of there. There we go. All right. All right, got that one. Hold a little pressure. Okay. We're gonna top off our sprues here. Looking good. Now we're gonna put the rest of it back in the cups. Put those back in the microwave so that we could make more if that's what we were gonna do. And we might do it. Okay, drum roll please. All right, now we're gonna straighten up the camera. Okay, let's see if we got anything. Hey, hey, not bad. Sexy shad. Let's take one out, check it out here. Here's the red eye, which this is what they look like if you get the red eye shad, the little lipless crankbait. All right. Here's the sexual silver eye shad. There we go there. And the little silver flake definitely looks pretty good. I'm glad I put that in there. That makes it look a little bit more, I think, authentic. So, what do you think? That's not bad. Let me get out a picture. Hold on. So I actually think I got the blue part pretty close, but the lines still need to be more yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them with pretty much almost straight yellow, because that's just, you can tell the chartreuse, it's just still too much green. Once they're on the baits, the color of the plastic is gonna change the hue of the bloodline. Because you have the light now reflecting off of the darker blue plastic. So that's the difference that you get right there. So I'll have to go with like a brighter, thicker yellow, and then I think we'll have something really, really, really close. Okay, there we go, guys. That is with the more yellow line, and I think that is way closer to Sexy Shad than what I had before. Let me go get one of the other ones so that we can kind of compare. Okay, so here you'll see the difference. Same exact bait other than the line. So if I look at pictures of Sexy Shad, there's that line again down the center is more yellow than I thought that it was. Originally I thought it was a little more chartreuse, but that's okay. I think we got it locked in. I'm trying to pull up a picture here on my phone so that we can look at them all together, and I'll maybe put a picture up on the screen as well. And I decided to do all of these with come on, here we go. I decided to do all of these with red eyes because of the famous red eye shad, which that's not really a good picture. Let's look. This is like the best picture. It's super clear. I don't know, guys. I think that's pretty good considering that I have to blend the gray and the blue top, and then I guess if you wanted to get technical, you could take a black Sharpie and put the little dot on there. But anyway, that is Sexy Shad. Well, guys, there it is again. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's always kind of I think a good thing to show a little troubleshooting. We really only had to change the bloodline part, the yellow insert. So, you know, the first ones came out good. They would certainly catch the same bass that this one would catch, but I think making this a thicker shade of yellow, and you know, and again, all I did was take my existing yellow that I had from the first bloodlines and just thicken them up with more yellow. You know, you don't have to measure out more plastic. So I think just changing up the yellow made all the difference in the world. So there again, Sexy Shad, I mean, we all know it. It's one of the most popular colors. And whenever I got this mold, I said, now I can do a authentic Sexy Shad, and that will be like the end-all be-all popular color, because everybody knows Sexy Shad. And now you can do it, I think, really authentically in a swim bait. You could also use a triple injector and get a good effect, I think, as well. Doing colors like Sexy Shad with that. There's just nothing like that bloodline, because it's so distinct. You know, when you use a triple injector, you know, the line is kind of mixed in with the 3 laminate look, and which would look really natural too. So I don't have a triple injector, so I can't really tell you how it would look. I haven't tried it. I need to get one though. But anyway, that's what I wanted to feature today. So again, just more great uses for that mold in particular, and it allowed me to do Sexy Shad, and I've always wanted to try Sexy Shad. So anyway, I'm pretty thrilled with it. Let me know what you think. Shoot me a comment down below, and hand pouring is coming up next. We're going to dive into the crazy world of hand pouring and see what we can come up with. There's just an unlimited number of options with hand pouring. So, and we'll definitely do some Sexy Shad hand pours. So, hey, I'm happy with it. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time on the world's worst fishing.